everybody, today we will be making the Eloise jacket. This is a short fitted sophisticated jacket. Adventurous beginner construction with or without pockets, the choice is yours. Wear with a pencil skirt or palazzo pants. A little wrap jacket to cover the shoulders on a summer day or to cover that strapless dress for the evening. Jacquard or cotton for the day, maybe a French lace for the evening. This style is all internally overlocked with intricate pocket detail, a simple but cute jacket to sew. Enjoy these step-by-step instructions and have fun.
What do you need for the Eloise style? Your pattern and booklet purchase, your choice of fabric. We recommend fabrics with limited drape. Medium weight velvet, heavy weight cotton canvas, cotton jacquard, woolen jacquard, medium weight cotton twill, medium weight denim or a heavyweight linen. Please allow extra fabric to match plaids or stripes. Lightweight fabric fusing, also known as interfacing, 0.5 metres. Your choice of shears, fabric cutting shears, paper shears and pinking shears. Thread for your bobbin or shuttle. Sewing thread, matching the base colour on the right side of your fabric. If you are using an overlocker today, you will need 4 more threads. Pins, measuring tape, disappearing pen or marker, optional pattern weights and your glossary terminology booklet. We also offer bundles which includes your choice of fabric, lightweight fabric fusing, also known as interfacing, 0.5 metres, and your choice of sewing thread to match the base colour on the right side of your fabric. Before you cut your fabric, please refer to the chart on your pattern sheet. Each size has a different cut line. Then cut your paper pattern pieces out. Fabric preparation. Check your iron heat on a scrap piece of fabric. Always press fabric before cutting. Some fabrications can shrink. It is important to follow the grain line stated on your pattern. When cutting, you can either trace around your pattern pieces or pin onto the fabric. Make sure you snip your notches and mark darts within the seam allowance if needed. If fabric is slippery to cut, it is useful to add an additional layer of paper underneath the fabric. Cutting your garment. Firstly, we suggest you refer to the lay plans provided in the booklet. Depending on the size you cut today, will depend on the amount of fabric needed. Fold your fabric in half. Make sure your selvages align the edge of your cutting table. Next, place your pattern pieces on the fabric according to the lay plan provided. It is important to read the instructions on the pattern pieces as some do require to be cut on the fold, and we suggest that these are placed on the lay plan first. Ensure all grain lines are being followed. We advise you measure the grain lines distance between the pattern and the selvage to ensure that the straight grain is consistent throughout all pieces. Then pin your pattern pieces down and cut. Some of your pieces may require fusing. This will be stated on the pattern as block fuse. Cut these separately and then apply to the fabric by using the iron. Make sure you snip your notches and mark darts within the seam allowance if needed. Step 1. Sew darts on the front and back bodice panels. You will need to match the dart notches by stitching the right sides of the fabric together. A back tack should be done at the end of every dart. 1 cm extra thread should be left at the end. Be careful while making the darts, the stitch line needs to remain straight as indicated. Step 2. Press the darts towards the seams. Step 3. Overlock the sides and shoulder on the front and back panels. Overlock the sides of the facings and pockets. Step 4. Overlock the sides of the sleeve panels. Turn the top of the pockets down at the notch and stitch down. Next, turn the remaining edges of the pocket by 1 cm and hand tack down. Press gently. Step 5. Alternatively, you can pin into place before pressing. Step 6. Now use your disappearing pen to mark the position of the pocket onto the front panel of your garment. Now pin the pocket into place. We advise you measure to check the distance from edge to edge is equal. Step 7. Ensure you trim any loose threads before applying. Step 8. Edge stitch 2 mm in on your pocket down starting from the top edge. Remove hand tacks and pins from the pocket. Step 9. Now join the front and back panels together at the shoulders and sides. Sew wrong side up 1 cm seam allowance. Press the seams open. Stitch the sleeve seams together wrong side up 1 cm seam allowance. Press the seams open. Step 10. Overlock the inside edges of the complete body facings. Step 11. Now turn the sleeve hem up by 1 cm and hand tack. Alternatively, you can follow step 5. Turn again by 3 cm and pin all the way round. Stitch 2 mm in from the folded edge. Remove hand tacks and pins. Step 12. Press gently. Step 13. Attach the facings to the bodice. Pin into place, right sides touching. Stitch 5 mm in from the edge all the way round. Step 14. Press the seam allowance back towards the facing raw edge. Now stitch the seam allowance onto the facing. Stitch 2 mm in from the seam. Make sure the raw edge is trapped within the stitch. Step 15. Ensure you trim any loose threads. Step 16. Fold the facing back to the wrong side of the fabric to ensure it sits inside the garment. Press lightly. Hand tack the facing inside to the darts to prevent movement. Hand tack the facing at the shoulder too. Attach the sleeve to the armhole. Use 1 cm seam allowance and ensure notches match on the front, back and underarm. Step 17. Be careful not to stretch the armhole. Step 18. We advise you pin the sleeve into place before stitching. Step 19. Overlock the armhole seams together as one. Press seam into the sleeve. Step 20. Now give your garment a final press. You have now finished the Eloise jacket.